What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we're back with another A to Z of Ark for you guys today. And today, guys, we're taking a look at none other than the Carbonemys, the turtle. Now, the turtle is pretty much found on every single map. I don't think there's a map where this guy isn't found, to be honest. Maybe Scorched Earth? Maybe Scorched Earth? I don't know if they're found on Scorched Earth. It makes sense if they're not. Nonetheless, Carbonemys, it's it's not really a valuable tame. It is in PvP in some circumstances because you can use these guys to soak turrets due to them reducing the amount of damage they take on the shells by 80%. So their shell reduces incoming damage by 80% and their legs and tail reduces it by 50%. So if you ever want to try and kill one of these guys, you definitely need to aim for the head. Otherwise, you won't do any damage to it. So let's just grab a pistol here real quick and we'll grab some ammo and we'll show you guys what I mean. So let's grab this bad boy out. Chuck it in. So you'll see 14 there, 70 there, and then its head will take a lot of damage. Okay, maybe its legs don't. I'm pretty sure its legs are supposed to take reduced damage. Huh. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe they changed it so it's only its shell. Its shell takes 80% reduced damage. So, like, if you ever want to kill one of these guys, definitely aim for the head or the legs. Yeah, it doesn't look like... I was pretty sure their legs took reduced damage. Doesn't look like that's the case anymore. So, yeah, if you want to ever kill one, aim for the head. Now, these guys are really good at the lower levels for killing or to get, like, XP. Because you can pretty much grab a spear, right? And you can just attack them while walking backwards. So let's chuck the spear here, and you can pretty much just poke them while walking backwards, enabling you to hit them, and you won't take any damage because you walking backwards is actually faster than the turtle being able to keep up with you. So if you ever need like some hide or some extra levels when you're first starting off, this is a way to go about doing it with the Carbonemys. Just be careful if it's got any friends in the area, as it will aggro them as well, and you may find yourself dealing with quite a few turtles, and that's not normally a good thing. Other than that, these guys do provide keratin and hide, so if you do kill them and you need a bit of keratin and hide, definitely can kill these guys for it. But these guys have very high HP, so be prepared for quite a fight. The best weapon to use on them is probably a crossbow with some stone arrows, because that would actually deal more damage than our gun due to Dino taking less damage from weaponry, from guns, either that is. Now, in terms of taming them, they are a simple knockout tame. Like I said though, you definitely want to aim for the head with a crossbow with trank arrows or a slingshot even. You can slingshot tame these guys, and you should be fine because these guys have a lot of health. So you're not going to worry about having to kill it with any sort of ammunition or anything like that. Once they're knocked out, you simply need to feed them regular kibble or berries. Regular kibble obviously being the better of the two, the much better. If you feed it with berries, be prepared for a very long tame because they eat berries very slowly. But its saddle is only like level 10. So you can get one of these saddles really quickly. It doesn't need cementing paste, which can be a bit of a problem on lower levels. But if you can get the cementing paste and you want to tame a turtle, definitely go for these guys. Chuck the saddle on, you can ride it. You do get slightly bigger on its back, but that's really not much of a problem. This guy isn't the fastest on land. He is slightly faster in water, but he does have quite a bit of health, and so you can go into combat with like quite a few things if you really need to. Wouldn't really recommend it. Probably wouldn't even recommend taming these guys because they don't really do too much, aside from being like giant turtley boys. If you like turtles, like definitely tame these guys up. I should say tortoises because technically these guys are tortoises, but nonetheless, we're going to get into some water now. You can use these guys to get your first aquatic tame. Well, technically they're aquatic, but like a megalodon or something like that. Because these guys have a high HP pool, you can pull out weapons on the back of them. You can pull out some trank arrows, go for a bit of a swim, and use your turtle to soak while you pump a megalodon full of trank arrows. It is effective. It can work. You might have more luck just simply outswimming the megalodon though, because these guys will not be able to outswim a megalodon. But you can see here they are slightly faster in water. They do have a relatively decent weight pool for like a starter tame, but their saddle requirements should tell you everything you need to know, you know. Like they're a level 10 saddle requirement. You're not going to be using these guys endgame. That is unless, of course, you play PvP. These guys can be effective soakers due to them taking reduced damage like you saw with the gun on their shells. You can use these guys to effectively soak turrets, depending on what the turret settings are set to. because they do take the 80% reduced damage. All you would need to do is pump up health on them, get a couple of really good lines, imprint on them, and like you can soak turrets with the Carbonemys. And it's really, really easy to get high tier saddles for these guys, making it really easy for them to take reduced damage. So, because the saddles do stack on top of their 80% reduced damage. So you saw before that other one was taking, I think, 14 damage. If we take a look now, 1008, we'll fire a bullet in. It took 8 damage. So it's really good if you get like a higher tier saddle and you want to use these guys for soaking. Do note though, if you're not riding it, you can get killed. But if you are riding it, you can walk backwards and it will sometimes work and soak the turrets while keeping you alive. So, yeah, but if you do try and soak the turrets, don't go head first because your Carbonemys will just get shot in the face and it won't take the reduced damage. Definitely walk in backwards and that will take the reduced 80% damage. You can also use these guys to harvest berries and mushrooms as well if you need them to. They are obviously better than hand picking. So if you don't have an option for gathering any sort of berries or anything like that, you can definitely use a Carbonemys. They do have a slight knockback, nothing crazy on their attacks though. You definitely do not want to take these guys up against a Carno because a Carno will shred them. But yeah guys, that's pretty much all there is for the Carbonemys. It's nothing crazy. The only real use I would say you would use it for is really just soaking turrets. If you know your enemies don't have their turrets set to plays only, you can definitely use the Carbonemys to soak some turrets up because of their high health, their reduced damage onto their shell. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys found this one useful. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below for more. But other than that guys, I'll catch you in the next one.